Hello again, this is Levistro, the Dragon in Cyberspace, coming to you with all news, tips, and tricks within the game spectrum. And we've covered this in my Levistro Rants episode, but I'll have a little more to say. What am I talking about? Well, we're talking about Sucker Punch Studios and Ghosts of Tsushima. That Park Place reports Senior Punch dev Drew Harrison reportedly fired after celebrating Charlie Kirk's tragedy. I would do it again 100 times stronger. This shows just this part right here where he said I would do it again 100 times stronger, shows no remorse, no shame in what they said, and the glorification of unaliving people for wanting to have a conversation. The fallout over Sucker Punch Productions developer mocking the death of Charlie Kirk has escalated. Drew Harrison, who served as a senior staff character and look dev and texture artist on Ghosts of Tsushima and the upcoming Ghosts of Tsushima, now appears to have been fired from the Sony-owned studio. On her public Blue Sky account, Harrison defiantly admitted losing her position after her inflammatory post declaring, "If standing up against fascism is what cost me my dream job I held for 10 years, I would do it again 100 times stronger." Now, I want to point out here that 10 years ago was 2015, the rise of Gamergate, and she was probably a lower end dev, and as we covered in my Ubisoft video a while back, a lot of people were getting canceled, a lot of lead developers were getting canceled for believe the victim mentality without any proof. And it happened again with Ubisoft in 2020 as well, and it seems to be a thing. Now these people are in positions of power, taking those devs' jobs that were once well beloved by gamers. They had not earned their position there. And now it seems like karma is coming back. Earlier, she told followers not to donate money to her, but to send support to activist organizations, instead praising Ghosts of Tsushima as a project made by 200 people she loves dearly. Post that sparked it all. Harrison had set off the controversy shortly after the fatal shooting of Kirk, posting, "I hope the shooter's name is Mario so Luigi knows his bro got his back." He also reposted a message that lambasted Kirk and called him a number of inflammatory names. The comments quickly circulated across social media, with users tagging Sony and Sucker Punch demanding accountability. For example, maybe instead of emailing people's employers, y'all should be emailing your reps demanding gun control immediately. Some of y'all have never heard of the critically acclaimed Mario Bros. Franchise, but Nintendo shows, and I've been told that the Twitter has noticed me from across the room. Ooh woo. Now here's the thing, she shows she has no remorse even here, and she's trying to be disingenuous. Oh no, don't you get it? It's Mario and Luigi. Don't you get it? It's funny, ha ha ha. No, the joke is not funny, Drew. The joke is never funny because you are mocking the death of a father and a husband. You're mocking the death of someone you don't agree with. Someone that just want to have a conversation with the other side and who's trying to convince people to vote in a way you don't approve. Now, what if I did what you did when it comes to a left-wing personality? Would you be saying the same thing, or would you be saying that was disgusting? I guarantee you both sides would be outraged if I did the same thing. Although I am a smaller channel, and I'm not a big political person with a public figure like you are. Or were. Sorry, were. But it shows that you don't even have any remorse, because you take this time to say, instead of emailing people's employers, you want to push a political narrative. This shows the difference between people like you and other people who say this is disgusting, and we're not going to punish the multitude for the actions of one person. We're going to have one person be held accountable. But here, in the case, unlike the shooter, the murderer in this case, you, madam, represent your company. And still to this date, from what I have heard, Sucker Punch Studios has not issued a statement on it. Me personally, I cannot reward this in good faith. I cannot purchase a product that I wanted to get. Mind you, I have not played Ghosts of Tsushima or Ghosts of Tsushima, and I said, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. And I had never played Ghosts of Tsushima. Okay? I've never played it. When the trailers launched and people were saying, woke, I was at least willing to say, let's give it a shot. I at least defended to say, just because it has a woman, it doesn't necessarily mean it's woke. Let's wait and see. Let's see how the gameplay is. Let's let it stand on its own merit. As Ghosts of Tsushima was actually pretty good, according to people who actually played the game. So I was willing to give it a fair shot to stand on its own merit. But now when I have something like this, and the company has yet to issue a statement condemning this I don't think I can reward that. I don't think I can spend my code-earned cash, which is what your company wants, to buy a game you worked on, when someone like you who represents that company glorifies murder of people, innocent people who have never murdered anyone in their life. I don't think I can reward that, because now I'm asking myself, who else in the team is going to be glorifying that? Who else is doing that kind of thing? I don't think I want you to have a job. I don't think I want people like you who are acting monstrous to be in positions like this. This is actually very concerning, because what if that ideology is in the game? I don't want that in the game. I want a good game. Moving on. Adding to the speculation, Harrison's LinkedIn profile was updated to show her tenure at Sucker Punch ended in September 2025. The timing aligns exactly with the controversy in her public statements on Blue Sky. While neither Sucker Punch nor Sony Interactive has issued a statement confirming her departure, the combination of her posts, her own admissions, and LinkedIn update strongly suggests she has been dismissed. The studio has remained completely silent for the controversy. There has been no statement condemning Harrison's remarks, nor formal acknowledgement of her reporting firing, and no attempt to reassure fans about the upcoming Ghosts of Tsushima. And here's the thing, Sucker Punch. Here's what I think. You don't have to agree with Charlie Kirk. You know, you have free speech. Everyone has the right to their own opinions. If you're so worried about another tribe coming after you because you decide to make a statement, let me put it this way. This is so easy. All you have to do is say, well, we don't agree with Charlie Kirk's statements. We at Sucker Punch Studios believe games are an art, and that means we should be champions of free speech, freedom of expression. And while Drew has the right to say what she said, we find it disgusting and does not reflect the brand of Sucker Punch Studios or even Sony Interactive. As such, we have fired her. She does not reflect the values of Sucker Punch Studios Productions, and we no longer do business with her. That's all you have to say. This isn't cancel culture. Actions have consequences. And your actions, or rather I should say your action of inaction by not saying something, the longer you wait, has consequences. But it's your company. You totally do whatever you want to do. But I guarantee you right now, as I said before, I actually had Ghosts of Tsushima on my wish list. I removed it, and I'm not going to be defending this game anymore. I'm sorry. I can't in good conscience defend a game that's already being sparked with controversy, that's already being concerned of being woke, when you have someone coming out and laughing and mocking the death of a father and a husband. For many, science is almost troubling as the incident itself. Fans are asking how someone with a long record of inflammatory political statements was hired, promoted, and kept in such senior role for nearly a decade. And yes, I agree. I think I just literally covered that, right? But this comes at a delicate moment for Sucker Punch, as Ghosts of Tsushima, the successor of Ghosts of Tsushima, has already been the subject of heated debate online. From the decision to pivot away from Jin Sakai to the casting of activist Erika Ishii as the new protagonist, the project has been criticized as more concerned with identity politics rather than immersive storytelling. The Drew Harrison Sucker Punch scandal only amplifies those concerns. Instead of building launch excitement, the conversation about the studio is now dominated by a senior developer joking about a political figure's violent death. The gaming industry has always been plagued with years of developers making inflammatory remarks towards fans, political figures. Many players feel that the studios and publishers do little to rein in such behavior, tolerating it as long as the work gets done. But this incident has gone further than most. With a senior employee openly mocking the assassination of a public figure, it forces uncomfortable questions about workplace culture and the ideology leaning tolerated within the industry. As of now, Sucker Punch has not confirmed Harrison's firing. The only public evidence comes from Harrison herself, her LinkedIn update, and her Blue Sky mentions. If true, it marks the end of a nearly 10-year career at a studio for someone with high-level credits on Ghosts of Tsushima. For fans, though, the damage has already been done, with Ghosts of Tsushima just around the corner. The controversy threatens to overshadow the game itself. Whether Sony and Sucker Punch will address the matter directly or continue their silence could determine how much trust fans are willing to place in the franchise going forward. And here's my take on it. I think it won't get a lot of buyers that it could have had if Drew kept her mouth shut, or Sucker Punch Studios actually condemned the actions, even if it was lip service. But there's going to be people out there who don't know who Charlie Kirk is. There's going to be people out there who don't know who Drew is or what Drew said. There are people out there without a Blue Sky or even a Twitter account. There are people that are gamers that probably don't watch gaming news channels on YouTube like mine or anyone else's, especially more prominent figures. So they'll go buy the game unaware. This is why I'm making a shorter video from our Levitra Rants video to bring out awareness. I do believe the game will succeed in making some money, but that's my personal humble opinion. But what do you think, viewer? Put your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, happy gaming.
Worlds clash in endless collision. Gaming news with a fierce precision. With a spark so wild it breaks the norm. In the tempest's eye of cyberstorm. Reclaim gaming and Dragon Cast. Fire breathing wide, screaming loud. The Vistro's here to shake the crowd. Psychotic dragon rain.